I disappeared straight after a one-night stand with a stranger, and 6 years later, as a reporter, I was asked to convince the billionaire CEO to agree to an interview, but what I didn't know was that the billionaire was the same man who had been there that year, and what's worse, he recognized me instantly. When I walked into Derek Stone's office, I had a charming smile on my face, sitting behind his desk, head bowed over a laptop. The man barely noticed me. "Good morning, Mr. Stone," I greeted politely, hearing that familiar voice that I couldn't recall for a moment. Derek lifted his head and froze completely when his gaze landed on my face. Those green eyes belonged to the woman he'd been thinking about for years, the woman who had run away from him after the night of passion they'd spent together, and he hadn't expected me to walk into his office the way I did. My smile faltered slightly as I noticed his prolonged stare. Why was he looking at me like that? Should I move closer to the desk, or stay where I was? Maybe he didn't recognize me, or was he waiting for me to say something? Clearing my throat, I spoke. "I'm Evelyn Quinn from Empower magazine." I walked toward his desk as I introduced myself. "Evelyn Quinn. So that's her name," he thought with a trace of amusement. Years ago, he desperately wanted to know her name, and now she mentioned it so casually. He had only agreed to this meeting out of courtesy, but now he was glad he had.